Good evening, everyone. My name is Leah Mulhearn, and I will be chairing tonight's Facilities Committee meeting. We will start the meeting with a roll call, starting with Ms. Murphy.
Robin Murphy, present.
Daniel Schultz, present.
Charles Williams, present.
Ross Whiting, present.
Jenny Lohman, present.
Thank you. And if I could now have a motion to approve the minutes from the May meeting.
So moved, Ross Whiting.
Second, Robin Murphy.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. For the record, Christine has entered the meeting. And with that, I will turn the meeting over to Mr. Carter and Mr. Sweigard.
Good evening, how is everyone?
Good
evening.
First up is for our admin building, the roof. The roof here is outdated. It's slated roof. We have a lot of areas on the roof where it's actually leaking, and we had a company that came out and walked the roof. There are a lot of soft spots up there that it's possible for someone to fall through if they're not paying attention into what they're doing. The water is starting to puddle in certain areas of the building. Due to the puddling of that area, we'll have leaks in certain areas of the building, one being in the area of the assistant superintendent office, and also in the hallway in the main corridor. I wouldn't recommend replacing the roof due to the fact that we're hoping to be out of here in 2 years. So it's just according of having the area, certain areas of the roof just repaired so that we can prevent the leaks and molding. The next area is for Myers. We have the fire panel, which is a Siemens system. It's actually out of date. We're having issues with false readings in giving us alarms in areas that there are no equipment in. So basically what's happening is you'll get a reading for a ground fault and it's not any equipment in that area. So we had a guy come out and check the system, and basically he said he's not able to update the system, that the fire panel that we have, and he's recommending that we work on replacing that system. We also have an issue with our chiller, which is roughly about 18 to 20 years old. We have an issue where the BMA system is not able to communicate to tell the system when it needs to turn certain items on. In other words, for BMS system, it would actually recommend that pump 1 needs to come on and run at a certain percentage and shut down pump 2. It's not able of doing that right now. So everything has to be done manually, as well as making adjustments to the controls for the temperature, as well as adjusting dampers that need to be open and closed on the unit. We had Ecotrol, who's our IT individual that comes out, and they took a look at a lot of the things. And because of the cost of what it would be to buy parts, it's more effective to replace the system for the BMS system. Then we have that's the chiller as well. The sewer piping. This is for the boiler. In the boiler room, Hirschberg was awarded the contract. We had 3 bids between Chadwick, Ram, and Hirschberg. Hirschberg was the cheapest. They'll be in to take care of replacing the 2-inch line and the 3-inch line in the boiler room. They have to actually build a scaffold so that they can replace the piping in the boiler room. This takes care of the 2nd floor girls and boys restroom on the at the high school. And this is Glenside Kindergarten Career Team. Our maintenance team and our ground staff was over there, just showing them the type of work that we do and the tools that are used, that we use throughout the day. And the next slide is for our graduation. Our team that was out there today setting up the 3,000 chairs for graduation on Thursday. This was done by grounds team, maintenance team, and our custodians.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All hands on deck.
Right. That's cool.
I think that's it for me.
Any questions?
Thank you for going to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, any questions or comments from the board? Thank you, Mr. Carter, for those updates. Ms. Loman?
Sorry. I was just gonna say thank you for going to the Glenside Career Day, or the, whatever. I forgot exactly.
Community Helper Day.
Community Helper Day. It's tough to compete with the fire department. I appreciate that you guys are there.
You certainly got more attention than the school board did. We didn't have a big truck with horns, so. Any other questions or comments, Mr. Schultz?
Just a clarifying question around the bid, that you mentioned. You mentioned that was awarded. Did we vote on that yet, or will that be, in the upcoming
So it's
legislative meeting?
$23,000 is the bid threshold, so it actually came in below the bid. So they require approval, just three quotes.
You said 23,000 is the threshold?
Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect.
I
Thank
think,
you.
and Mr. Carter about that project, he's talked about putting a scaffold, it's something like 40 feet in the air that they have to
Yeah.
build the length of the so it's quite a
Wow.
endeavor to get it.
Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Let's see.
I just want to say thank you so much. Obviously, all of these repairs and maintenance, but I'm especially excited for graduation, and I know that setting up 3,000 chairs is not an easy task by any means. So I appreciate that. I'm just curious if you know the answer to this, like the flip side of those chairs, is there already like a dais, like a stage set there?
Yes, we actually have a company that actually came out and set up the staging for us. So it's a stage. The stage is actually in front of all of the chairs.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the board? And there's no one in the room with us in person. Is there anyone on Zoom? Earlier, Dr. Scriven had his hand up, but I don't know if he has a comment or if anyone in this audience does.
Yeah, just wanted to clarify one point. I love, and I mean with a capital LOVE, Mr. Carter's optimism. I do not know, nor have we made any plans for exit plan within 2 years. So no, I would not recommend replacing that entire roof, but I know our board, we don't have a plan for a new location at this point in time. Mr. Carter, if you can work your magic in 2 years and find us a location, that would greatly be appreciated. So just wanted to clarify that one data point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't ask.
Excellent clarification. Were there any hands up in the audience? Yeah, Mr. Sweigard. Confirm. All right. Any other comments? All right. Well, with that, I will call for adjournment.
We have more slides.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, wait, there's more.
I'm so sorry. I thought it seemed shorter than what we discussed the other day, but I guess, here we are. My apologies, my apologies.
We be done?
No, it's going.
So I was just gonna pick up with an update on the construction that's going around the district that I've been involved in with the past 2 years. Some of this has been going on for quite a bit. So we'll start with the high school. You're aware of the partial roof replacement, so I just wanted to provide the only update we have, which was the project kickoff meeting, and that the start date of the project is June 23rd, with anticipated completion date of August 17th, before the opening of school, and they will be occupying this section of the parking lot for the duration of the summer. And for the athletic stadium, demolition and mobilization are starting. Combine two words there, but it didn't work. Demolition and mobilization are starting this week on the project, so you'll see some activity on site, and hopefully we'll see a lot of activity in the upcoming days. Next, I want to move on to the Glenside addition. So we have gone through the entire land development process of the township. We just have to clear outstanding comments. The anticipated plan and permit completion date, meaning the DEP and the Conservation District approval date, is still scheduled to be October 2025. We're still on task, with a planned bid date of November of 2025 and a project start date of summer of 2025. So if you recall from the strategic plan, the original budget for this project was 14 million. Our construction manager, who is volunteering their time for the start of this project, put together a robust estimate, and they came up with an estimate of 7.6 million, because the scope is slightly less than we started. So that's part of the reason why it's less where we began. And they asked that I include this star. Costs associated with potential new federal regulations and or actions are not included. So this includes hard costs of construction of 5.8 million, and soft costs, which include our architectural fees, our permitting, and all of the above. Any questions on the Glenside addition?
Just a clarification on, you said volunteering. So is that a community member that's volunteering their time?
No. So we have engaged them to assist with the stadium project. We don't have an engagement with them for Glenside.
Okay.
Or have they billed us for Glenside? I think it is their hope by assisting us with
Some
the project.
additional professional service work. Thank you so much. I'll thank them anyway.
All right, moving on to Cedarbrook. So we are still in the township approval process with Cedarbrook. In July, we have our planning commission and board of commissioners approvals. If all goes well, we're still looking at a plan and permit completion date of November of 2025 and a bid date of December of 2025, with a project start date of the summer of 2026. The original budget per the strategic plan was 19.8 million, and just the opposite of Glenside, we've added some additional square footage to this project, additional classrooms. So now with our new scope, we have a budget of 22.8 million, which again includes total construction cost and soft cost, some of which is contingency within that soft cost and permitting. So looking at this project start date in the summer of 2026, when both of these projects will be up and moving, that would also coincide with the point at which we would need to issue a bond. So you'll start to see some professionals come on board to assist with that process as well. Any questions on Glenside or Cedarbrook?
Another broad question for both of these estimates: are these in the context of a bid of the bullets above? So in other words, between now and when the bids might occur, we might see some degree of inflation, for instance, or whatever it might be. Would we anticipate these numbers to be, is it accounting for time between these estimates and when the bid will actually occur?
It is, because we're only 6 months out at this point from getting that bid price.
Thank you.
Does this include the renovations to the track that are needed at Cedarbrook, or is that a separate?
Whole separate project.
Okay.
I think we got an estimate on that. Don't quote me, but I think it was $400,000 to re-scrape the whole track and do it. But we're looking at a coating option, which might be cheaper and give us some more life. I wanted to revisit the traffic calming measures backed by popular demand. There were some questions about exactly what was going to happen and what was going to occur. So bringing the backup building by building at Cheltenham Elementary, there are speed cushions on Front Street as a traffic calming measure, in addition to upgraded signage and repainting of traffic signals. At Glenside Elementary, there are speed cushions and a raised crosswalk, which is a graduated type of speed cushion. And again, additional signage and road markings. At Myers Elementary, on all 3 roads surrounding the building would be additional speed cushions to mitigate traffic. And at Wyncote Elementary would be 2 speed cushions and a raised crosswalk on the corner of Rice's Mill and the name escapes me. Parker. I was going to guess and say Barker. I'm glad I did. Any questions on the traffic calming measures?
Thank you.
Just around timing. That probably easier to do that when school isn't in, is that?
That is my assumption. Our role is to provide additional funding to the township for this work to be completed, but it's their project. I don't have a 100% answer on what the timing is, but I can get it. My assumption was this summer.
Sure. Great, thank you.
Any other questions about traffic calming? Are there any questions from anyone online about any of the last few topics? Traffic calming, the additions to Glenside and Cedarbrook? I think Mr. Johnson.
Just wanted to, this is more comment for the board, which is the next liaison group meeting is, we just got an email, it's gonna be scheduled for the 16th, I
June
believe.
6th.
So if there are any thoughts, questions, or comments that we should be, that the liaison group members should be going with, please, particularly around the traffic calming, please send them to us. You don't have to mention now. Please shoot Leah and
will.
I an email.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
All right. Any other questions from the board? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Carter and Mr. Sweigard for the presentation and the details on what's going on. Good luck on Thursday and the rest of the graduation planning. We look
Thank you.
forward to seeing your crew there on Thursday, and I will ask for a motion to adjourn. Ms. Blitzstein, second, Ms. Loman, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm